Sermon based on John 17 verses 1 to 2. Title: Jesus' Prayer for Glory. Text: John 17 verses 1 to 2. Introduction. As we come to John 17, we find ourselves in the midst of one of the most intimate and profound prayers in all of Scripture. Jesus, on the eve of his crucifixion, is praying to the Father, and he's sharing with us the deepest desires of his heart. In verses 1 to 2, Jesus says, after Jesus said this, he looked toward heaven and prayed, "Father, the hour has come. Glorify your Son, that your Son may glorify you." John 17 verses 1 to 2. The hour of glory. Jesus says, the hour has come. What hour is he talking about? He's talking about the hour of his crucifixion, the hour of his death and resurrection. This is the moment that Jesus has been preparing for throughout his entire ministry. But why does Jesus call this moment the hour of glory? We might think that the cross is a symbol of shame and defeat, rather than glory. But for Jesus, the cross is the ultimate expression of God's love and glory. Glorify your Son. Jesus prays, "Glorify your Son, that your Son may glorify you." What does Jesus mean by glorify? He's not asking for some kind of self-aggrandizing glory. No, he's asking for the Father to be glorified through him. In other words, Jesus is saying, "Father, I want to bring you glory. I want to make you known to the world. I want to demonstrate your love and your power." And Jesus knows that the cross is the ultimate way to do that. The glory of the cross. The cross is a symbol of God's glory because it shows us the depth of God's love. It shows us that God is willing to go to the utmost extremes to save us from our sin. The cross is also a symbol of God's power. It shows us that God can take even the darkest and most evil of human actions, the crucifixion of his own Son, and turn them into something good. Conclusion. As we reflect on Jesus' prayer in John 17, we're reminded that our glory is not found in our own achievements or accomplishments, but in the cross of Christ. We're reminded that our purpose in life is not to seek our own glory, but to glorify God. And we're reminded that the ultimate expression of God's glory is the cross of Christ. May we, like Jesus, seek to glorify God in all that we do. May we, like Jesus, be willing to take up our cross and follow him, even when the road ahead is difficult and uncertain. And may we, like Jesus, find our glory in the cross, and in the love and power of God that it represents.